Hi. Wow. All right. Well, if you haven't been watching, my name is Brandon. I guess I'm a photographer now. I quit my job to pursue this and to start traveling, taking photos, trying to capture images that encapsulate what places feel like a little bit. It's like 6 a.m. I'm going to shoot some stuff. This is the only time tourists aren't around and the only time I can find semi-quiet areas to go shoot in. Yeah, in this video we're going to Rome, already in Rome for about a week. My wife's family is coming out to meet us, do all the tourist things now. Vatican, Colosseum. I've been to the Vatican before. It's beautiful, I will say that. It's a different level of an art collection that is, I guess, probably stolen. You are pushed into a cattle line with everybody else. I think the most visited tourist attraction in the world. Get pushed through this line of different halls, and by the end of it, you're kind of just like shell-shocked. Like, I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's beautiful.
Printing's been around for a really long time. We just discovered it in America recently, but the Romans knew about it thousands of years ago.
It's hotter than hell in here. T-shirt idea. David's hand touching God's hand. Reads, I got touched at the Vatican. At the end of your tour in the Vatican, which is the Vatican Museum, the Vatican itself is Vatican City. It's its own country. It's the smallest country in the world. You don't have to go through customs or anything, but they are like, no, this is different. You're still in Rome, but this is different. When we first showed up, we're trying to figure out where to pick up our tickets at. A guy was like, where are you trying to go? Where are you coming from? I was like, Rome. He was like, yeah, you're not in Rome anymore. I was like, yeah, okay, I get it, but 10 feet back, I was in Rome. Made up borders, as they all are. The end of it is the Sistine Chapel. And the Sistine Chapel, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, I don't know, one of the Ninja Turtles painted the Sistine Chapel, and you're not allowed to film in there. You're not allowed to take any photos. There's security. At the same time, there's a million people taking photos, and they're just like, hey, don't do that. But also at the same time, I think it's just kind of like frowned upon. It is beautiful. By the end of it, you go through so many, in Rome in general, you go through so many palaces and villas and chapels and churches and everything else that you're just kind of like, okay. And the fact that they've put so much effort to preserve it is a feat in itself. After that, you're kind of just like, all right, hit the road. The thing we didn't do this time, that I've done before, is go into the Basilica. St. Peter's Basilica. The first time I was there was when the last Pope was announced, which was also insane. There was like nuns on the ground crying and convulsing and like cutting you in line, and they have cutsies essentially. St. Peter's Basilica is like the place. I don't know what a basilica is. It sounds like a military thing, but it's not. Maybe it's God's military. The line just to get to the front of the basilica, I'm not joking, was maybe a mile long. It was just we wagged. After that, we went and just got lunch A lot of it was like us going out in the heat and then coming back home and showering and being like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, you don't like fish at all. The next day was the Colosseum. To me, okay, I have thoughts on the Colosseum. The outside, I can like picture in Rome when it was at its peak, you know, 1,000 years ago and all these things, and seeing it and being like, oh my God, what is that, the Superdome? You know, you see where they kept the tigers and you see where the gladiators hung out waiting to die and amplified by movies. Then you go inside and it's still very impressive, but at the same time you're like, this is just a bunch of bleachers. One of the wildest facts was that at one point there were all this brass on the outside of it. When you came into Rome, it would shine in the sun and you would like see it. And people were like, oh my God, it's glowing and all these things. Unfortunately, they're a fascist dictator that, you know, had his little fucking thumbs on Rome's neck or whatever, and he didn't like shiny stuff or something. You're thinking like, how did they build this? And then you remember that slaves were very much a thing, and you're like, oh, that's how they built it, with someone else's blood, sweat, and tears. And it's kind of like an MLM. They're like, you want to go in that section? That's another 25 euros. Oh, you want to go under it? That's another 25 euros. Oh, you want to kiss some stuff? That's 25 euros. After that, it started to rain. So Rome went from being 90 degrees, super hot, to super rainy. The rain came, and then seeing tourists in the rain is hilarious to me. This whole trip's been amazing so far. We're almost a month in, maybe? No, we're like 3 weeks in. Wow, we're only 3 weeks in. If you've been watching, if you've been following, if you've been liking all the things, thank you so much. I'm out here shooting. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it, but like, subscribe, prescribe, describe, inscribe, bescribe, describe.